Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. ગુજરાતી બાઈ આવી ગયા છે.
Jai Baba, Jimmy.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Ah.
Jai Baba to all.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
To Rustam, should I? What's wrong?
You see more participants.
Rustam Rotiwala. How are you?
Tell me, fine, I'm okay, Jimmy.
Yeah, Arish.
Jai Baba, Sam, and Rakesh, and everyone.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba, everyone.
Rakesh, are you there? Handsome. Hello. Who is the co-host today?
Dilshad, I think.
Dilshan?
I think I saw something like that written.
Okay, chalo, it's time. Let us start with a small prayer. Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Daman till the very end. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Jai Baba, everybody. I'd like to invite our Lord Meher Baba to come and take over and run this session as per his wish and desire. Today, it's quite an eventful day in the sense it is Thanksgiving in the Western world, where they offer thanks and gratitude to the Lord. as far as I'm concerned and we Baba lovers are concerned, we should keep offering our gratitude to Baba, not just on Thanksgiving, but every day, every hour, every minute, for all that he has done for us. Today also happens to be 26/11. 26/11 in 2008, I think, was the day when Bombay was attacked by the terrorists. And Baba made us, pulled us through from all that also. And today, 26/11/2020, we are still grappling with COVID-19. And with Baba's grace, we will pull through from that also. It reminds me of a couplet from Madhusudan's bhajan, which goes to say कि अब तक तो निभाया है, आगे भी निभा देना. Oh Lord, you have seen us thus far. So far you brought us. आगे भी please take care of us. And with that note, now I'll say about the program for today. We got Janice and her son lined up to narrate their experiences. The son will join in a little later because he's probably busy with his tuitions. That doesn't matter. And then Archana Grover has written a poem on 26/11, which I feel if time permitting, she could share it with all of us. And then, of course, our champion, Mr. Arish Patel, will be filling in with all the experiences of his, I'm sorry. Arish Patel will be sharing all his experiences of his family, his grandfather, father, his late mother, and all. Talking about Janice, I owe a million apologies to her for the simple reason that I goofed up on her surname. Her surname is Kyal. Am I right, Janice? Kyal, sorry, Kyal.
No problem, uncle. Please don't say sorry.
I mixed her up with some other Janice, and that's where all the problem happened. I'm very sorry. May Baba forgive me for this. I should have checked earlier. Having said
No
that,
problem, uncle.
Janice has been a comparatively late entrant at our center. But having said that, she has made up 10 times over in terms of her work, her dedication, and if I may say, she is one of the pretty looking girls of our center. Arish, don't smile. Salah, your wife must be watching you. Okay, so Janice has always been a kind of a great help in this Winning is Hard programs. She is very good with computers and stuff like that. And what I like most about her, two things. She's got two qualities. One is she is humble. She's not proud and egoistic. And the second, the most important thing is she will say yes to any and every job that comes her way in service of Mayor Baba. I've noticed that with her. She has never made a fuss never said no, no, nothing of that sort. Anything to do with Baba's service, and she will jump for it. And I think that is a great boon offered by the Lord Himself, because Baba always wants us to participate. He's God Himself. He doesn't need us to run the affairs, but He gives us an opportunity. And if we miss it, अगर हम उसको for whatever reason, if we don't grab it, it just passes on to somebody else and we've lost it. So, remembering Madhusudan's line, अब तक तो निभाया, आगे भी निभा लेना. Our Lord, Meher Baba, will see us through everything. That is my firm conviction. Now, I keep getting carried away. This is not the forum for me to give a speech, so I should now hand over to Janice and let her share her experiences about how she came to Baba, what does she take Baba to be, and then her champion son, who last Sunday posed as Amitabh Bachchan and was giving away and made a lot of people crorepati. Of course, all on virtual this thing, किसी के हाथ में एक पैसा गया नहीं, but still, it's just, but I like his, he and Janice both have always taken part in our plays, and he's good. This boy is really very good. He's got some qualities which sets him apart from other boys of his age. Anyway, without making much of this thing, I'll hand over to Janice. Please take over. Jai Baba.
Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Uncle, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Baba, and you, Sam Uncle. What a perfect day to share and thank Baba for whatever he has blessed us with. I'm relatively very new to Baba, but I've often heard Cyrus Uncle and Sam Uncle say that nobody is new. It's the soul who had the past connection in the previous life. And that's where we had left somewhere, and that's where we continue from. So I don't know much what to share about, but I'll just, so I was introduced to Baba in the year 2014. So I heard about Baba, Meher Baba, and I had seen a photograph of Meher Baba in my neighbor's house when I was in school. So this is around maybe in the late 80s or the early 90s. And I just asked my neighbor auntie, who is this? So I heard the name Meher Baba the first time. And then my sister, she was very dedicated and all, I mean, proper Parsi prayers. So I'm born in a Parsi family and married to a Hindu, a Marwadi family. And so that's how I'd heard in the beginning. And being in the Parsi family, I used to always worship, go to fire temple, but to an extent, not too much. But my sister was too much into prayers, and she had a Meher Baba photo with her always. So she was diagnosed of cancer in the year 2011, and I think that is the turning point in my life. So she went through a lot. I was not aware of Baba and not into Baba during that phase, but I was doing Reiki and I was connected some way spiritually a little bit. So after my sister Julie passed away, I kept that photograph with me always, as like, because she used to keep with her all the time. Let this be with me. So I still have that Meher Baba's photograph in my wallet. And that's when Farzeen stepped in. And Farzeen, I was knowing Farzeen since many years, but just as an acquaintance. I think it was time and again that Farzeen and me had to cross ways. And in 2012, she stepped in again to change my life completely. And I call her and Somit my angels. So Farzeen knew me since previous years, and she stepped in where Julie, for healing for Julie, and Julie couldn't survive, so she moved on in 2012. And then Farzeen and I got connected. I learned Reiki from Farzeen, and in Reiki sessions, Farzeen talks about Meher Baba and Meher Baba's messages and Meherabad and lot many things about Meher Baba. So that was my first official introduction to Meher Baba through Farzeen. And it was just the name on the ears. And then I think Baba took it from the ears to the heart. And in the year 2014, that was my first visit to Meherabad. And I still remember it was the 15th August weekend. I just went for 2 or 3 days with Farzeen. And my first visit, like when I went to Samadhi, it was an amazing weather. It was slight drizzling, mild breeze going on, and there was nobody at the Samadhi. It was just Somit, Farzeen, and me. And Farzeen told me just go inside and just bow down. And if you want, you can sit inside as long as you want. So I went and I just bowed down. And when I bowed down, I mean, my in-law family has been worshipping Sai Baba a lot. I mean, they believe Sai Baba is God for them and have a lot of faith in Sai Baba. So after my marriage, like I got married in 2002, so almost 10 years, I've been doing pujas and all for Sai Baba. So I was just, whatever I did was with 100% dedication and interest and learning and all. So when I bowed down at the Samadhi, I could visualize, or I could see Sai Baba and Meher Baba standing there. And Sai Baba is like, if I'm bowing down here, Sai Baba is standing on my right and Meher Baba is on my left. And Sai Baba says, welcome home. I mean, I don't know who said, but I could just figure out someone saying, welcome home. And it was amazing. It was a beautiful feeling, not able to express in words, but I felt I was home and I felt that's it. Till then, I didn't know much about Meher Baba, but I think that was my, the turning point. And thereafter, like I thought, I was just there for 2 or 3 days, and I again and again wanted to visit Meherabad. And then I heard about Sahahvas, so the young adult Sahahvas in the year 2015 was coming up. So in 2014 also someone had told me, but I didn't pay much attention. But in 2015, something within strongly said I should go for this program. So if I could, those 2 or 3 days in Baba's company in Meherabad in 2014, if they are so amazing, then how would 8 days of Baba's company be? So, and something within just told me that you should go for it. Now, the biggest challenge was the age group. So I was beyond the age criteria. But in 2015, the organizers of Young Adult Sevas had made an exception that year because they completed the 15 years of program. So they were allowing people beyond the age also. So few handful people were allowed to attend, and Kanchan and I were amongst those handful. And it was such an amazing experience with Baba. And one thing I remember is that year, Sevas, when Seva's last day, I had to be home. It was Janmashtami. So Janmashtami is Krishna Ji's birth day. And in my family, in-laws, every year we do the Janmashtami puja, where at midnight we do the puja for birthday, welcoming the birthday of baby Krishna. And I was very scared. I thought like if I reach home late, in-laws and all will be very upset. So I just prayed to Baba, and I was I remember till 7:15 we were still at the samadhi. Then we left, and I had gone with Kanchan. That's how I met her. And we left from there. We went to Milestone, grabbed some food, and we started from Milestone at 7:45 p.m. And entire way, I just kept praying, Baba, please make me reach home in time because I don't want to upset anyone. And miraculously, things happened the way I don't know how it happened. Even Kanchan was amazed. I reach home. I am on the floor of my building. I just open the lift door. I check the time. It's 23:59, just 1 minute to midnight, and I am there. And I like, thank you, Baba, thank you, Baba. I just went. I reached home, and I could do the puja with the family. So the point is, the tiniest of thing, Baba has, given me so many experiences where time and again I have, thought this is not possible. How will this happen? And then he has made way always. And it's Baba's grace for sure that all these things happen and work out. And today I have reached a stage where I don't really worry about anything. I just know that whatever happens is as per his will. So I just pray to him. I tell him this is this, this is this. But towards the end, whatever you feel is right, let it go that way. So I have surrendered completely to him. And I know he's always there. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, have to learn from them. And that's how slowly, so I live very close to Baba Center. I just live at Navjeevan, but I'd never visited the center earlier. So many times Farzeen kept saying, come over. We have these talks happening at the Bombay Center. So come and just come whenever you can. But because I was in a joint family, and then I thought family is a priority for now. So I thought, okay, why do we need to go to the center when we have Baba in the heart? I mean, that's not required. That can be okay if I can stay home and also pray to him, and then it's fine. But then slowly, gradually, I started visiting the center. Started taking part in the activities. The first activity we participated in, me and my son, was winning his heart, where we took part in quiz, and then we took part in the drama. And that's how slowly and gradually I got connected to the centers, and I started visiting more often. Then that's how it started. And I thought I could take my son also into Baba's fold and let him also, come along with me to the center. And he loves to be around. He just loves to sit there, do nothing. He will not sit near the frame or nothing. He'll come, he'll bow down, and then he will sit there. But he feels amazing over there. Feels very homely out there. And there's one spot in the corner that he loves to sit, and just that's his place, and he and Baba together at the center. And so today I have my family also. I have spoken about my Baba to my family. So my mom and my sisters, I've got them to the center. So I want to take them to the Samadhi once everything's normal. So I have a trip to Mehrabad with them. And this is how it went about. And what in the month of July end, my family was diagnosed with COVID. So 3 family members of mine were diagnosed with COVID. My dad, my mom, and my nephew. And that was like a big, and I was so scared that time because my cousin, my sister, her husband, everybody had been in contact with mom, dad during that time, and I was very scared that entire family, if tested and all, what would be. So then I left it again to Baba, and then it so happened that dad was hospitalized in one hospital and mom was hospitalized in the other. So we couldn't tell dad that mommy is hospitalized. We couldn't tell mom that dad's in this health state, or my nephew is. So August time was an amazing learning period for me, where how beautifully Baba made things happen. It happened that so my sister and nephew stay with mom and dad under one roof in one house, and out of four, three test positive. Baba kept my sister negative. That was again a miracle. How, I don't know, but I was like wondering why this, because I'd always heard Cyrus uncle say that Baba has said, "I will take care of my, the people who love me." So I was like, why in the family? But then as things unfolded and slowly, gradually, I realized how Baba was at every step putting me under a situation, or putting my family under a situation, but at the same time making a provision to be handled. So my sister was managing everything, and to cut short, everything was managed so well. So my daddy was in the hospital for a month, and he was on the ventilator. Doctors said he was very critical. And that's the time what I did was, I don't know how, it just struck me that I should do the Baba prayers with them. So in the hospital, they allow us to do a video call or a voice call with the patients there. So although dad was not conscious or anything, and mommy had a mobile, sister, I was at my house, sister at her house, dad in one hospital, mom in one hospital. So we would all get on a con call, and I started doing Baba prayers and Aarti over the call. Um, the timing was not fixed because we had to depend on the time doctors would let us talk or see dad. So that's how we started. Morning, we do the English prayer and the English Aarti, and evening, we do the Hindi prayer and the Hindi Aarti. So that's how we started from August, and till date, today also, we all get together and twice a day we do the prayers and the Aarti together. And I feel these prayers are so powerful. It had so daddy is back home and mommy is also fine now. So that is how what Baba meant. I take care of the people who love me, and nothing can go wrong with them. But that time I was completely prepared, and I told Baba, uh, this is this, because both mom and dad love each other a lot, and they both are in different hospitals. So if it has to be, if it has to end, don't let it end this way, please, because you talk mainly is about love. So let love be there, and just take care of everything. So so so
Janice, you can take some time off if you wish to have some water.
no, that's okay. So but how beautifully he handled everything. Towards the end, everything was well, and dad was back home, but again, again he was hospitalized for another infection, and we just kept praying, and we just kept doing the prayers. So today, thankfully, thanks to Baba, and dad and mom all are home, and dad is recovering. But that was the phase when I thought, like, was the most learning period for me, that should not let go of Baba, and just know that if he's putting you in a situation, he knows what he is placing you into. So the strength, the courage that he gave me in those 30 days was like amazing. Like, we had to be, my elder sister and I had to be strong, and we had to face the situation. So I'm so thankful to Baba for giving me these experiences and making me so strong today that I know that anything that comes in way, there's always a way out and anything can be managed. So just have the faith in him and just hold on to him. And that's I always do is like whatever situations I come across, I always stand strong and I know Baba is there and he will, sail you through. So just hold on to him. And, and that's it. So I don't attend the programs too often of late because of some other commitments and all else. I used to attend earlier. Sorry, Sam uncle and Cyrus uncle. But I what I try best to do is try and live up the way Baba wants me to in the practical life, like placing me in a situation, and there are many times I feel now how should I react or how should I behave, especially anger being the key factor. So many then I remember no Baba is saying shh. I don't. I see Baba's. Imagine Baba's picture of his finger on his mouth and saying, "Keep shut, don't talk." And that's how beautifully Baba has helped me in all these years, and I'm sure he is guiding at every step and taking care. And that's it. So that's it.
Jai Baba, Janice. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. Okay.
Now bring the champion of yours in, if you can.
He is here. I'll go.
You have anything more to add? You can always come in, huh?
हाँ जी uncle. Sure. जी.
Jai Baba, everybody. My name is Jash Kyal, and I am 15 years old.
Okay.
So, yes, uncle.
Just before you carry on and go too far, do you believe in charity?
Yes.
Will you be happy to donate some of your hair to this old man here?
Surely, uncle. Once my school starts and I cut it, I'll be very happy to do so.
Thank you. I'll wait for that. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, uncle. So how I came to Baba is, kind of by chance. So, and it's kind of funny too. So I came to Baba because of mom. So I was like very, very small that time. Like I think in second standard or third standard. And I used to play a lot of games on my mom's phone. And I think WhatsApp had just come in. I'm not sure. I think it had just come in at that time. So I used to keep going through mom's WhatsApp, and there was one group which I saw which had like, the most number of messages, and it was Farzeen Auntie's group. So I kept asking mom, who is this person? What do you all talk about on this group? Then finally one day we went to Farzeen Auntie's house for one of Cyrus Uncle's book readings. And from there onwards, I gradually came towards Meher Baba. So yeah, and that is also where I met Aloba and Nikki, Ashima auntie and Rakesh uncle's, son and daughter for the first time. So I met them through that, and I also met Somit uncle and Farzeen auntie for the first time through that. And then I finally understood why mom called Somit uncle Modern Meher Baba. Um, so yeah, that was there. And the first time I visited the Samadhi, I'm not exactly sure of the year, but I think it was around 2015. It was like when we were coming back from Shirdi, and then on the way we went to Meherabad, and then we came back home. And the best part about that trip, there were two best parts. One of them was that it was impromptu. We hadn't decided that we want to go there. So like while we were on the way to Mumbai, mom suddenly said, "Hey, Meherabad is on the way only." So I'm like, "Okay, let's go. It'll be amazing." So we went, and it was actually very peaceful and calming over there. There were very less people, like as I expected, but yeah, it was very peaceful and very calming over there. And another thing that an amazing thing, like, so dad was there with us and he was a very strong believer in Sai Baba. So there was an other worshipper over there of Meher Baba who was giving us prasads and everything. And while we were in the samadhi and praying and putting our head down, when we came back out, she gave us a photo of Sai Baba from like over a cupboard or something. And she's like, I've been here since quite a few days, and it's amazing that I found this because I have not seen this here in all my few days over here. So it's like, coincidence that we got Sai Baba's photo too. I think that's still there in the mandir in our house today. So yeah, that is that. And another thing I have to thank Meher Baba for is my great friendship with Harsh Bohir, Mehra auntie's son. So we both go to the same school, and we both became like really good friends in 2015 when we were in the fifth standard. And it's actually all because of Meher Baba. So what had happened was, in I was sitting in class, and Harsh sat right behind me. He used to sit right behind me. So I used to have this very, very bad habit that while the teacher was teaching, I used to keep a book under the desk and keep reading, and not a school textbook like some novels or anything. I used to keep reading those. So I needed a bookmark, and that very morning, mom gave me Meher Baba's bookmark. Like she gave me Meher Baba's bookmark, and during one of the free periods, or like I'm not sure if it was a free period or the teacher was actually teaching, but I removed the bookmark from the book, and suddenly from behind, Harsh goes up, "Hey, do you know who that is?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know who that is. That's Meher Baba. My mom worships him, even I worship him, and we've gone to samadhi and everything." I told him, and he's like, "That's amazing. Even we worship him." And then I'm like, "Whoa, I did not know this only because so far Aloba and Nikki were the only kids who worship my Baba, and I only knew them from the kids." And they were also like quite a bit older than me, so that age gap was, not exactly making us very good friends. Um, but then I found Harsh, he also knew Meher Baba. So sometime after that, we met again at WHH, and we both did not know. We did not know that we were taking part. We did not know that. So we met there, and then that's where we actually started bonding. And still today, also, we are like very good friends. And this started in 2015, all thanks to Meher Baba. Then another amazing thing that I have experienced with Meher Baba was the WHH quiz. The first WHH that I took part in, I had taken part in the quiz event too. That is the first, very, very first time that just after reading through something, okay, like I had just read through all of Lord Meher and I was paying attention. So I do not know how, like I just read it, did not even memorize anything, and still I got like a lot of answers, which was very surprising to me. And then during the drama, I met Sajil uncle because he was the captain of our house, and he was also associated with Meher Baba. And I found out that he was like an ex-Marian, like an ex-student of our school, which helped us to bond even more. So yeah, like I have a lot of friends, and I have to thank Meher Baba for that. Yeah, and he constantly helps me, like I just pray to him when things go tough. Like for me tough is studies because I'm 15. I don't have a lot of problems that older people have, like because you all do jobs. So tough for me is basically only studies. So whenever I have problems in studies, I pray to him and I ask him to help me, and I do receive that help usually. But when I like don't study at all and waste my time on video games or something, and I pray that is sometime when deservedly I do not get the help. But yeah, like when I think I deserve it, I usually do get the help from Meher Baba that I need. So yeah, like he also helped me to get my maths marks up. Like before this year, so I'm in 10th, and this year is like very, very important to me. So recently we had like exams, and I was very scared about the maths paper. I had put in a lot of effort this time. So I don't know, I was still very scared because my track record since the past few years in maths has been horrible. And this time I got very, very good marks, one of one of the highest in the class. And I have just Meher Baba to thank of all that, because I had kept his book, I'd kept the maths book under my pillow, and I'd kept his, prayer book on top of that. So I just remembered everything. I knew what to do in the paper, and it was just amazing. So yeah, that's my journey with Meher Baba so far. Thank you.
Jash, if I may ask, I've heard that
Yes,
you
uncle.
quietly visit Meher Baba Center even when it is closed. You pray from outside and you go away quietly. Is that true?
Yes, I was doing that when I was in Navjeevan and I was having exams. So I used to come back with my friends, and since they had to go another way and I had to go another way, they used to drop me off at a lane, and that lane was just the center came up in that lane. So before going home, I used to go to the center and thank Baba for helping me in the paper and helping me study, and ask him to help me throughout.
Hmm. So
Yes.
what is Meher Baba to you? Is he your friend? Is he your master? Is he your God? What is he to you?
He's a friend, he's a god, and he's like a guiding light, because sometimes you just get that feeling from inside that something in the world associated to you, like associated to me personally, it's like a sign, a sign that you should do this, a sign that this is right. If you follow this, everything is going to turn out fine. So yeah, I think he's also a bit of a guiding light to me, other than being a friend and a god.
It's beautiful. That's really nice.
Thank you.
Anybody wants to ask any questions to this young man?
Yes, I can answer almost anything if you want.
Ay, shabas,
I'll
kaun
try
banega crorepati?
to. Yeah.
Anybody? Jimmy Khan, would you like to shoot some questions at this young man? Hello? Nobody is responding.
I think mom is saying Jimmy uncle is talking on mute. Not sure.
Jimmy, please unmute yourself then.
Sorry.
Ah.
Jash, if you remember, you had once told us that the very first time you went inside Samadhi, you put your head on the Samadhi, you couldn't lift it. Tell us about that again.
Yeah, so it was, how magnets attract metal, and you cannot just, you need to put a lot of effort to separate it after you stick it onto the metal. So I don't know, but for the very first time, and I don't think that's ever happened again. When I went to the Samadhi for the first time, I put my head on the Samadhi. Thank you for reminding me, uncle. I had actually forgotten about this. Thank you for reminding me. So when I put my head on the Samadhi, on that stone, I just couldn't lift it up. My eyes were shut, and I think I kind of not fell asleep, not even unconscious. I just couldn't lift it back up. It was something involuntary. I did not want to lift it back up, but even if I wanted to, I could not. It was something like that, and it was truly amazing. And it was a very hot day, but inside the Samadhi only, it was very cooling, as if somebody had just left the AC on inside for a very long time. So it was very magical. I've never felt anything like that again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I have only one question for Janice.
Yes, uncle.
Yeah, Janice, what is your equation with your husband vis-a-vis Meher Baba?
My in-laws are still followers of Sai Baba, but what I wanted to do was at least take him to the Samadhi, to visit the Samadhi once and leave it there. And then it is like Jash mentioned. So when we went there, there was a Westerner who was in service on that day and serving at the Samadhi that day. And she was just casually talking to my husband and my son when I was sitting inside Samadhi. And my husband said, I take Sai Baba as my God. So, and that lady, she said, no worries, but over here, whoever comes for the first time, we give them one photograph of Meher Baba. So she went to that small cupboard near Samadhi looking for a Baba picture. So surprisingly, she could not find a Baba picture, but she instead found a Sai Baba picture. And she said, this is for you because you believe that Sai Baba is God. This is for you. And I don't know how this Sai Baba picture came in this cupboard because I was actually looking for Meher Baba's photo for you. So I took it as like Baba saying, whoever you want, name doesn't matter. Towards the end, it all comes to me. So that's, I felt very happy that I have put his name on their ears, my son and my husband. So I'm sure they have everybody has their own connect with the higher energy we call God. So he has his own connection, but they still feel Sai Baba is God, and they believe that they worship Sai Baba, and he has never stopped me or my son from participating in any programs or anything. Uh, so that's it. So, but my mother-in-law has also come to Baba Center once, and but they still feel Sai Baba is God for them. So I say, okay, fine, no worries. Towards the end, we just have to worship, and the intention counts. So not much of a problem. And as far as the Bombay Center programs that dramas that we do on Diwalis, so Jash and I always want to be a part of the Diwali drama because we have to stay in Mehrabad for a few days. We keep practicing, then we go to Samadhi. So I have never been there for the Diwali program, but because we have Diwali puja as the main puja in our family, so we cannot leave the house on that day. So, but we both try our best to participate for the birthday drama. So every year, somehow, Baba makes it, makes the way where we get a role, a tiny or a, whatever role we can fit in for the 25th February drama again that we do. And we are happy with that. So that's how we to keep peace. I think it's best to not impose the views on other people. Or if I feel Meher Baba is my master, I don't want that to be imposed onto my family. Let them have their own experiences and then realize what exactly is. Like someone typed, yes, Baba. I know Sai Baba is one of the perfect masters of Meher Baba. And just some time back, I was just thinking, Meher Baba Center is opposite Minerva Theatre. My entire, I mean, not entire, but some part of my childhood was in the near the center place. So I think till I was 5 years, 4 or 5 years old, I was staying very close to Baba Center. And then again, like after marriage, again so close to Baba Center. And so I feel somewhere the connection was always there. It was just the right time to connect to Baba and and that's how everything worked out at its right time. And I'm very thankful to Baba for his grace on us. And I just pray for him to guide always, not just for myself, but for as a mother to raise a child the way, as the child can be a good human and learn the right things in life. So I just pray to Baba to guide him through in every step of life, like he's guided me and shown way. So just this morning, I was telling Sam uncle, it's very difficult and challenging sometimes when kids grow up and they reach the teenage. So many a times we know that this is not like this is to be done this way. This has to be done this way. But then rather than getting, now I've learned is rather than getting frustrated, I just leave it. So if they have to learn, they will learn. Maybe they have to experience to know what is right, what is wrong. So that's where I leave it there. Like, and I was telling Sam uncle, so how do I, guide? So uncle very beautifully told me this morning that Meher Baba is there and he will be with him. So just leave it to him. So even if he falters or sometimes he will bring him back. So not to worry about it. Thank you, uncle. This morning you gave me
Baba has his nazar on
amazing
him.
thing.
That is the right word to use. His nazar is on him. Baba's nazar
Yes,
is on Jash.
yes.
So he
Thank you,
will.
uncle.
Yeah, thank you, Janice. Thank you.
There is a question.
Thank you.
There is a question from Bobby Kapoor. He's raised his virtual hand.
Yeah, please have him.
Thank you, Dilshad and Uncle Sam. Janice, first of all, thank you and to your lovely son for sharing the stories with us.
Thank you.
I've never been to Mehrabad yet, but I'd love to hear, um, how would you explain to a blind person like me about Mehrabad? What are the energies you feel when you're there?
You said you've never been to Mehrabad, right?
No, no. I'm new to
Yes.
Baba,
So I
so I'd love
think
to hear your experience. What is Mehrabad?
it's so I think the place to see more than you see things, what you feel. So the minute you are there, the energy around the Samadhi in Mehrabad, but especially near the Samadhi, is so different. So you don't need to see with your eyes, but you need to feel it. So you can so strongly feel that. So I'll give you one simple this instance. Sometime back, Jimmy uncle had on one of the Thursday sessions, he had given us a virtual tour of Mehra Zad. So that time, I don't know why, but when he was saying things, yes, I have been to Mehra Zad earlier before that program, but when I went there, also I could so strongly feel that I have been here earlier, and where everything Uncle was saying, I could so strongly feel it within more than the physical. I don't know if I'm able to get through the point, but more than the physical seeing and all, what you feel within, there is so much of a strong connect. And so even when you experience it there, so I would request you to definitely go whenever convenient, and you will sense the inner energy, different energy over there, and so strongly feel Baba's presence around over there. So it's just beautiful. So I think Sam uncle can also answer that question for you. So I think one of the very close Baba lover, Sam uncle Henry Kenmore, right? So
Harry.
even he was, yes, so even he was very close to Baba, though he could not see Baba physically, but he was around in Baba's company. So I think you see Baba with your soul eyes and through your heart and with love, and definitely you will be able to feel Baba's presence there so strongly. And not and once you're back home after the visit, this is what happened to me. So each time I close my eyes and I just feel that I bow down to the idol at home, I feel I'm bowing down at the samadhi. So you don't have to be the physical thing is just it doesn't have any boundary. I mean, the main thing is the soul connect. So that doesn't have any boundaries or anything. So sitting here, I can also I can strongly feel now also that I am at just standing at the samadhi and seeing Baba there. So that when you visit, I'm sure Baba knows the connection you have with him. So that experience Baba will give you when your time is right.
Thank
Sam
you.
uncle, I don't know if I've answered it correctly.
I think you have more than correctly. Yes. It is a matter of heart, matter of
Can I ask
feeling.
a question?
Haji, please. Come in, Dilshad. Yeah.
Uh, Sorry. Uh, I wanted to ask Janice one question and one to her son. Janice, uh, when you mentioned about the difficulties you had in terms of COVID were you talking about your sasural family, or you were talking about your maiden family?
Maiden family, mummy.
Okay. And I mean, of course, you answered the question of how your husband sees and how.
Dilshad, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You answered the question about how your in-laws and your husband sees Sai Baba versus Mehr Baba. How do you manage to handle the other family members in a community which is very different from what you grew up in? So how do you handle your friends or other family members who may be a little critical, if I may say so?
Actually, with Baba's grace and his messages, I just try and live it up through the day. I mean, in my practical life, as I told you earlier, so it was not very difficult. It's like it was. I mean, maybe it sounds difficult to you, but to go through was not at all difficult because I think when we have the intention within not to hurt anybody, especially in the family where we don't want to disturb anybody's sentiments and have peace in the house, it's much easier. And I always remembered Baba's message: your family and your responsibilities is the priority. So even for instance, if I want to go to Mehrabad for Diwali program, I will not be rigid and say, no, I want to go there, because I know that will not please Baba if someone is unhappy at home. So towards the end, we have to please Baba and see that, how we live up to the way he wants us to be. So it was not at all difficult. And each time Baba made me understand. So I keep talking within whenever I come to any situation. How would Baba want me to, handle a situation or say or do? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm always correct, but but most of the time I try and keep my cool and understand that loving all is important, which I try best to, but we are all humans, so sometimes we tend to, but it's a learning process. So I keep remembering that Baba wants us to take care of the responsibilities here now. And I'm sure once that is taken care, then he will guide us to something beyond the I, me, and mine, or I, me, and myself.
Janice, if I may butt in, reminds me of a famous quote of Baba, which says, please listen to this very carefully: give in for work and give up for love. When you're working with a group of people, try and give in. Don't
Even.
lagao your chappa all the time. It's okay. And give up for love. If you can't make it for Diwali festival, it's okay. Baba understands it. So just lead a well-balanced, happy life. Dilshad is raised her thumbs up. Now, Mr. Karorpati,
Uh,
Haji, yeah,
I have a question for Josh, as I mentioned.
yeah.
But before I move to
Yes,
Josh,
Auntie.
I
Okay,
want
continuing. Okay, yes.
to say thank you to Janice for her being so prompt in helping me when I first met her for the WHH competition. I mean, I could see somebody who had no egos in sharing notes and doing her best to ally a participant like me who was kind of entering for the first time. And Janice, I find you very, very beautiful. Whenever I meet you or see you, I first try and see how lovely you look, how expressive and pretty that you are. And today, when I hear you talk about Baba and the way you talk about Baba, I'm so happy that such a young person knows about Baba's world so beautifully inside out. So, thank you for being a part of the Baba world and for all that you
Thank you
talk.
so much. Thank you, Baba.
It's a pleasure to have somebody like you, who is such a young person and as yet so dedicated.
Thank
My question to Jash is that, uh, Jash, you said you are in 10th standard. My understanding is that, for all students, the standard of 10th, 12th are landmark kind of years. And at the same time, in 2020, we've got a huge challenge world over faced as COVID. How do you and your young friends at your age group perceive this? And if you can share how your interface with Baba happens vis-a-vis this particular worldwide challenge of COVID. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, surely this is a very tough time, and we are all like, not only us kids, but teachers, you all, and everyone. Everyone is new to this new thing that has come up, and we are like, most of us are like already prepared that this is gonna go on for a very long time, because even if schools open up, like, going physically, then parents will not be willing to take the risk. A lot of the parents. So, but our standard, like, this is our last year in school. Like, our school does not have an 11th and 12th, and many of us, we've been in the school since, preparatory. So that's like, one standard below first. I think that's senior KG. Yeah, senior KG. Yes. So we've been in the school since senior KG, which is, I think, 2010. So almost 10 years. So it is, a bit irritating that we won't get to leave the school as we all had imagined, because the previous batches and all, they used to go wild while leaving. Like, they used to bring spray paints and then, just go Tarzan and everything on each other. So we are a bit sad that we aren't gonna get that, and but we can't do anything about it. Like, safety is more important at this moment, so we cannot do anything. So yeah, we'll have to deal with it. There's no other way. But
Just
the
that is
studying part,
fascinating the way you describe the whole part about the way you described about leaving the school, and at the same time you're so zen about the fact that the problem is which you are being able to take easy, but perhaps the parents are more worried than you.
yeah, that is also there. But then we also have problems in studies. The thing is, the teachers think that their subject is the only subject on this planet. So that is also creating lots of problems for us, because there are like tests almost every day. But then we also need that, because boards are coming up in less than a few months, and we need to be prepared, because again, if something happens like this again, like, the corona, starts spreading like wildfire, then we might not have the boards. They're saying it's fixed, but we never know what will happen ahead. So prelims are coming up, and we need to be prepared for that. So I think that it's also kind of necessary, but the amount of homework is, very, very crazy. So it is a bit tough-ish, not very tough, but tough-ish to deal with it. But we will have to. There's no other option.
All the best,
Yeah.
darling.
Thank you.
Someone just answered about, we were joking about crorepati, and somebody just answered that being a Baba lover makes us crorepati. And that is so very true, because quite some time back, Jimmy Khan's nephew, I think, yeah, he once told us that the family was sitting outside on the balcony, and they were all talking amongst themselves. And sorry, there was this Ambani's tower. What is it called?
Antilla.
Antilla, correct.
Antenna.
And they were, Aji?
Antalya.
Yeah, okay. So they were just talking about it and saying how rich and this thing wealthy these people are, blah, blah, blah. And Jimmy piped in and he said, they may have all the wealth in the world, but they don't have Meher Baba. And I think that sums it all up, Now, I would like to call for a great speaker, entertainer, photographer, whatever you call it, Mr. Arish Patel. Captain Patel, would you like to come in now?
Hi
Sir?
guys. Yes, sir. Welcome.
Jai Meher Baba.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba.
Look at his haircut. Just look at his haircut first.
Okay.
Okay.
Arish, are you going to have your father speak to us today?
My father. My
Yes.
father is a very shy person. He doesn't like talking and getting
Last
online.
time we had told you to get him to prepare and kind of face
No, no,
us.
no, no. Dad,
And
dad won't come in. Dad is
okay,
very
and will
shy.
he?
Yeah, he is a little. He prefers to see all this later on WhatsApp when in the night at his leisure time. So he is more of a watcher, less of a talker.
Could you also repeat your equation or your relationship with Sam Patel, because a little confusion is there.
That's all irrelevant, darling. Let us uh,
Yeah,
talk about all that privately.
yeah.
Get
Okay.
Arish to talk about Meher Baba here on this forum, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So Jai Baba, everybody. Just a little brief about, I know last time, about 2 sessions earlier, was given the opportunity to talk about a lot of stories that my family has towards Baba. I'm the third generation of Baba lovers. My grandfather, Mr. Hoshan Patel, had met Baba and had taken many darshans in Guru Prasad and all that stuff. So, talking about this time also, I would like to talk a few more things, though a lot of his stories were not shared because these people who are devoted Meher Baba followers, who have got a lot of experiences of Baba, do not wish to kind of convey. Even Jimmy Khan's mother always used to have tremendous and have had loads of experiences with Baba, but they feel that it's a very personal connect. When I used to tell my grandfather, why don't you speak up? Why don't you talk at the center? There are so many stories that you have of the family. There's so many connections. There are so many miracles in your life that happen. They always used to kind of, they used to say it's a very secretive thing. It's in between me and my Lord. I don't want to share it with the world. So whatever little extracted stuff we used to get from him, and tidbits in the middle of things, we used to get those things across. Now, talking about one very beautiful story which I remember over the years. Giving you a very brief idea about my grandfather. He was a very extremely straightforward, honest, systematic, very systematic person. Get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go into meditation for 2-3 hours with Baba. You know, 8 वागे तो breakfast हो जो है, 1 o'clock तो lunch हो जो है, very systematic life, because probably he lived his very hard life in the orphanage during his younger days, and that made him very strong, and getting up early in the morning and stuff like that. So he had this very peculiar habit of uh, getting up early in the morning and having a bath. Even when we were in Mehrabad, when we used to live in the earlier MPC days, these buckets of hot water used to be kept outside our bathrooms earlier at about, say, just after breakfast, 8:30 used to come. We had to shout for warm water, and they would put these buckets outside. Many of the Baba lovers know that. But he was the one who used to get up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning, and he used to have a cold water bath. And he had a very peculiar way. Once he used to go have his tea and then proceed towards Baba's Samadhi for the Aarti. But during that particular time, he had a very peculiar thing. He would not talk to anybody. He would quietly, after having tea, would start his journey for going up to the Samadhi, walk that path, that earlier, that short path which we have. Now it's a little longer from the MPC, that the Mayor Pilgrim Center, till the Samadhi. So he had a very peculiar habit that he used to never talk. And when he used to come down from the Samadhi, till the time he used to reach the MPC, still he would avoid talking to anybody. He would, of course, give a lovely hug to people, share Baba's connect, which he has got from the Samadhi, to people. So one fine day he was walking. I just want to narrate this story. Why? Because one fine day he was walking. I think he was alone, or probably early times in the morning. At the path, he sees a farmer kind of a guy who was in tattered clothes, and old looking man. And just as we are walking down the path, everybody kind of greets people. And this farmer meets my grandfather, says Jai Baba, and he says, I'm very happy to see you here. He says that, and in that thought process, my grandfather walks a few steps forward, and he then starts to think, where in the hell did a farmer know English and spoke to him like this? So he was really taken aback, and he turned around and looked at the back, and he could see nobody. So why I'm narrating this story is, it was an amazing experience which he had, and Baba, for I feel, and definitely he also feels, that Baba told him that I'm so happy that you are here. And for him, everything and anything in the world was Mer Baba. All around the house, we had photos of Mer Baba. His entire life, they were very, Sam's father, Erach Kaka, and my grandfather were brothers, and they were spiritual seekers. They were very spiritual seekers. They've moved around to a lot of places before they came to Mer Baba, and they finally accepted him as the avatar. So this was a very beautiful experience that I wanted to share about my grandfather, that he had this kind of a small connect with Baba, trying to tell him in a very lovely manner that I'm so happy to see you here. So he
Arish,
shared that experience with us. Yeah.
sorry, Arish, if I may butt in.
Yeah.
I remember Hosan Kaka telling me about this experience.
Yeah.
One thing that we have missed out on this story is
Sure.
whilst coming down, he had this, how our mind, the monkey mind plays our tricks. So he had this thought cross his mind, okay, now that Baba is no longer in his physical form, is anything really happening? Is he really aware that I've come and bowed down and all that? Or is it just our own faith and everything that is going on? And as he was thinking about this, he reached the end of the hill, where that big top kind of thing is kept. Right. And still with those thoughts, he was trying to cross over the railway tracks. And that is where this farmer comes around and he says, Jai Baba. And when he said, "Ke, I'm so happy to see you," it didn't strike him. It didn't strike Hosan Kaka whilst he was crossing, because he had weak eyes, so he was concentrating more on crossing the railway tracks. After he finished crossing over that tube-like code, and he thought to himself, "Ki, how did this farmer speak English? I'm so happy to see you here." And that's when he turned around and looked for him, and there was nobody. He was gone. So that's how the story was.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's what it is. Kind of missed out a few things on that. Dad told me this.
Doesn't matter.
Probably you know it much better.
Doesn't matter.
Second, yeah, absolutely. One more beautiful story I would like to narrate of him. He used to get these regular dreams. My grandfather used to get these regular dreams of Mer Baba. And when Baba used to say that I come in somebody's dreams, I really mean to come in that particular person's dreams. So one fine day, he had this beautiful dream. I'm sure he must have told this to Sam, because Sam used to come over to my place and they have to regularly have these intimate talks. And Sam, please do correct me if there's a little bit story here and there, because it's been quite a while. So, and I still remember he had this beautiful dream where he sees that there is a monument of Baba, like, a kind of putla, like an idol of Baba that's been there. And there are hundreds and thousands of people taking darshan next to that idol. And when his chance comes to take the darshan of that particular idol, Baba comes out from the side of that idol and talks to him. Now, he always used to say this, that whenever I used to see in my dreams, Baba used to talk to me. Actually, in words, he used to talk to me. And he used to keep telling Baba, "Ke Baba, why are you talking to me? You are supposed to be silent." You know how the subconscious works, because Baba kept silence for 44 years. And so Baba comes on the side of him and tells him that, "Why are you so worried? Why are you so all the time in so much stress?" Because my grandfather was a very, very emotional person. You know, from within. I think somebody's mic is on. Uh, he was a very, very emotional person, very sentimental person, very soft person, you know, very soft from the heart. And maybe something was worrying him about his health. I was very, very attached to my father, Jimmy, all the time worried about him. So Baba comes to him and tells him, "What are you worried for? I am here to take care of your family and for your
ये भी yes
generations to come."
similar हाँ DH है only oh brass के है बोलते हैं
Jai Baba, Ekta Mehta,
Somebody's mic
could
is
you
on.
please mute your mic?
Okay, so coming back to the story, so he feels that Baba actually spoke to him, telling him that don't be worried, don't be stressed out. I am here to take care of your entire family. Do not worry about it. Do not worry about it. I will be taking care of your entire generations to come also. Don't worry. Once you're in my fold, don't worry about anything. And then the next morning, probably he gets up, and I think I just got married, or maybe a little later after that, after my ceremony or whatever, my marriage ceremony, not just after, maybe a little later. Maybe I think I'm talking about, say, 2015, 16, maybe 10 years from my marriage. I'm not sure of the exact date. And then, so in his mind, he gets up with this thought process, and he thinks, okay, now my grandson Arish has got married to Farzana, and Farzana now is in the family, and she's now in Baba's fold. So is her parents, will Baba even take care of her parents? That is what a thought comes in his mind. Okay, is Farzana's parents also now Baba is going to take care of? Will that also be in the generation of family that he will be taking care of? And Farzana comes up to Baba, my grandfather, early in the morning, and tells me that, "Babaji, we have just decided that Mummy and Daddy for the first time are coming to Mehrabad this Saturday, Sunday. We are going over there." So, indirectly, Baba in his dream showed my grandfather that I don't even take care of you, your generations to come, even your extended family. So even they have been to Mehrabad, they've had their own share of experiences. And I see a picture now of Baba even in their house, and even they worship him, so in all these ways. So, Baba has his amazing, amazing ways of getting people to him and showing various his various ways. I always remember his three golden words, and a lot of people SMS me after my talk that day. The three golden words: "Baba, please help me, guide me, and protect me." These are the three words. If you say, I think every day in your life, he is going to be there for you, always, always, and always. This is a very, very beautiful dream. So my grandfather has amazing, amazing experiences, but these are just a very, very few that he actually spoke about. And his connection with Baba was very, very strong. I'm sure he is in a very high spiritual realm right now, because his life was very straight, very dedicated, towards Baba. One very beautiful story, if we have the time, I can talk about it just in about 2 minutes.
No, please go
We have
ahead,
the
Arish. There is
yeah,
plenty of
okay.
time.
Yeah, okay. Now, when Baba was alive, he used to give these darshans at Guru Prasad in Pune. So my grandfather. Now, first, let me show you a picture of my grandfather. This is a young picture of him. Of course, he must be around in his 40s or 30s, maybe. And that's my grandmother, Hoshang Patel and Tenny Patel. It's a lovely picture I have of them in black and white, probably shot in a studio. And once it was even put up in Times of India, a full page of that. I still remember. So this is
Beautiful
on
picture,
my,
Arish. Beautiful picture.
yeah. So this adorns my house. I remember them always. One very beautiful story I wish to narrate of my grandfather's and my grandmother's sister. Her name was Nagish Driver. Now she never got married in her life. So, and plus they were from a very poor family. She used to give tuitions to support her family, her needs and all that stuff. And most of the time she used to come to Baba and, meet Baba whenever my grandparents used to go and visit him. So one fine day, what happened in her young days, this is her story. It's very, very old story. I don't know whether people know it. I'm sure Sam must be knowing about this story. In her very, very young days, maybe she was in her 35 or in her 40s. I'm not exactly sure because this story I've heard from my father. She was giving tuitions, she was giving tuitions. She never got married in her life. And one fine day, she suddenly goes deaf, completely stone deaf, completely. She had become totally deaf. And she got really worried, and she was in tears that now what am I going to do? If I'm giving tuitions to people, this is my only source of livelihood, this is my only source of income. And if I can't hear students talking to me, how am I going to give tuitions? She was really very, 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 very scared, and they didn't know what to do about it. She even went to a doctor, and she went to the doctors, and doctor said, sorry, but you have gone totally stone deaf. No reason, nothing. And one of these, she also went to this doctor who was sitting in Chira Bazaar, quite a character doctor. I think his name was Mr. Irani or somebody, who used to sit in the dispensary without a shirt on, like with a sadra. That's how the description my father gives. And when he saw her and he tested her and all that, he said only one thing: only God can save you, or he may be able to get back to your hearing. Only God can. In a very, very beautiful statement he passed. I don't recollect the exact words, but only God can save you. That was his words. That was his words. And so they probably gave up. Probably in those days the medical facilities and all were not that great. So she was very, very upset. Very upset. Ke, bhai, how are we going to take this forward? What am I going to do? I have to stop my tuitions. My livelihood will be gone. So my grandfather said, don't worry, we will write to Baba and we'll tell him what the problem is. And so a letter was written, and not only her, but even my grandfather and grandmother were called to Guru Prasad in Pune. And earlier, Baba messaged that he will only be seeing Nargis Masi, Nargis driver, and have a connect with her initially. But then eventually, everybody else was also called. My grandfather also was given darshan. Grandmother also was giving darshan. And Baba just said, don't worry, my eyes and my nazar is on you. Don't worry about anything. I'll take care of it. And so they left. And one fine day, and she had over the years also tremendous faith in Baba. She used to keep praying to Baba, Baba, please do something about it. You are God in human form. You can only do this. Since even the doctors had given up. And even the doctor had said, only God can save you, can get your hearing back. And one fine day, I remember that they were in Churchgate in a particular, this beauty art. They have these laundries everywhere. There was a big franchise of beauty artists. Everybody knows. One is at Pedder Road, one is at Churchgate, one is at other places. So they were there with her, and my grandparents were on the counter dealing with, whatever pants or shirts need to be taken or given. And she comes out and she looks at the traffic, and she was internally feeling so sad that what has happened to her, and she's completely lost her hearing, and she could see the traffic moving, not a sound she could hear. And suddenly she hears a firecracker burst in her ears, like a big sound explosion happening in her ears, because she at that point of felt, okay, Baba, what is going on? Baba, please do something about this. I've gone totally, she kept on telling Baba, from her heart, please do something about it. Please do something about it. Please get my hearing back. Please do something about it. How am I going to live the rest of my life living all alone, with nobody, hardly any support, and this is my only sense of livelihood. So she hears a big sound explosion in her ears, and suddenly she starts the traffic moving. She hears everything, and she's so aesthetic. She's so aesthetic that she comes running inside the beauty art laundry over there, and she starts screaming, you know, at the top of her voice, Hoshang and Tammy, I don't know what has happened. It's a miracle, and I've got my earring back. You know, so it was such a beautiful story that Baba literally gave her earring back to her, and then she had a very loving remaining part of her life. She started her tuitions back again, and her connections and love really, really grew for Baba. So for I think for every drop soul, every individual soul, there has to be a story. Otherwise, nobody is going to be coming to Baba. Nobody's going to be, you know. So it's just that, you know, it's that connect. It's just that wire that has been a little loose. He kind of joins it in various ways. It could be a physical form. It could be a, you know, it could be his presence felt somewhere. It could be, you know, in so many ways. He is, especially for my family. So you know, it's just the entire family has been totally him. Like every ounce of our blood is him. You know, day in and day out. I just have only one thing to say, that I just hold my hands every day and just thank him for the beautiful life. If it's, of course, I've been very, very lucky in my life. I've got a lovely life with his grace, with no doubt about it. But I would just thank him every day and have tremendous gratitude. And as I said earlier, also in my sessions, things that are going to come to you are going to come to you. If they're not meant for you, say thank you. It was not meant for you. It was just not meant for you. And that's all I can say. That tremendous grace of Mer Baba uh, in our family and in our lives. There's so many stories, but I mean, I think we're almost reaching 7 now. So if anybody has any questions, can please ask me or let me
Maid
know.
Daru
Janice also
has
said a beautiful
raised her
story.
hand. So Maid Daru wala.
Hello.
Maid Daru wala has raised her hand.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
I wanted to ask Janice something, but doesn't matter. I'd written it to her. It's okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Anybody else? Any questions to Arish Patel? He's ready to face the firing squad. So just fire your questions.
Anytime you can be absolutely ask me anything on life, on Baba. Ready.
Jimmy Khan?
Jimmy is there.
Arish, tell us something about your daughter, her equation with Baba, your young daughter.
I just told her today also that Baba, please, everybody is asking that you should come over to talk sometime, you know, about your experiences. So she's saying, "Mane to ke experience સુધી થયો જ નથી તો હું શું બોલું બાબાનું." I think she's just a soul that has been a Baba soul, and for her, she's you know, she's of course a part of the family. So probably I think we'll have to wait for her life to move forward, for her experiences probably to come in. But she strongly believes in Baba. I mean, it was just very, very natural of Tiana to be a part of. It was just very natural. I mean, just from the time she was born, you never had to push her to, tell her something about Baba. It was very, very natural. Her certain traits that I see are just amazing towards Baba, and her flow and her love towards Baba in her own unique way. You know, she would love to sing. She would like to go to the Samadhi whenever she can. Sharoni Meravat Jaye. All her unique ways of her connections towards Baba. Of course, it's a very, very old soul that's come back. So, you know, it's just, there was no, I don't think that she has a story which kind of makes her connect to Baba. She's already connected, absolutely connected right from the beginning. The soul has been an old incarnate of somebody, so she's already connected.
If I may butt in, Arish, from the little that I know of Tiana, she is totally focused on Baba.
Yeah.
Her life centers around Baba. I remember once I had met her in the colony on the road down below, and she said, I'm going to observe silence on the silence day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I've told my teachers, okay, I will not be speaking because if you know something about it, go ahead and say it.
Yeah. She observes silence every time, as I observe silence. Now, many people say that, the silence day, aapne kem kariye? It's we are on duty. I'm at work. But trust me, for me, I've been observing silence since a very long time. And for people who think it's very difficult, I don't know what the story is, but for me, it's been a beautiful, beautiful day because now, see, I work in the bank. All right. I work in the bank and I am on the counter. I give cash and I receive cash from people. I work as a head cashier in Central Bank during the daytime. And trust me, on that particular day, I put a placard on the counter, that please, I'm observing silence today. Kindly bear with me. I make that placard and I put it across. I tell all my colleagues, Baba, please take care of and Baba in his unique ways takes care of everything. There's not I've done my entire work from morning till evening. I've completed all my cash work, everything. I've not had a single problem. If somebody even comes up to me, Baba, I just pray from within, Baba, take care of this situation. He takes care of everything because you have the intent of maintaining silence. Of course, it's a very personal choice whether you wish to do it or whether you don't wish to do it. Tiana goes to school and she maintains silence. She tells her teachers that today I will be observing silence. Please bear with me. And she puts it at Baba's feet. And Baba takes care of everything. I, being a photographer, I'll tell you once, I had an opportunity to have a wedding function on 10th of July. I did a wedding function. And I told the client, okay, I will be coming, I will do the photography, but I will not speak. I will do my level best not to speak. This is my little love. One day, there are so many gods and so many saints which people follow. Thus the rules and regulations are so strict. Non-vegetarian nahi khawanu and maintain this Saturday and this Sunday, Tuesday, rites, rituals, ceremonies. Great. Baba for us has, I think, requested only one small thing, to maintain silence on 10th of July. What more has he asked us for? He has not asked us for anything. I don't think there is any strict rules. Even when we go to Mehrabad, we're just doing an arti early at 7 o'clock in the morning and at 7 in the evening. Baki the whole day is free enough. We're like, having a great time with our friends, talking, chatting, having the best possible food in Mehrabad. So as God, he has not kind of put any, I feel Baba is the most liberal master in this present century that has been born. Is the most liberal. I mean, of course, he has asked us as a followers to follow his basic concepts and principles, which of course many a times we too falter. It's very easy to say than done. But I always try to say, Bhai Jay, whatever he has said and has told us to do, please follow that. Please follow that, and I think your life will be so simplified. So simplified. 6, 7 rules how to love God in the most practical forms. I know it's very difficult, very difficult. But certain percepts which he has said, try to get them in your daily life. See, that is the changing element. See, I always believe in one thing, there are so many people who worship Baba, who follow, who do artis on time, but then at later on in life, they are leading a similar life, which you are, not very, no, it's not making people happy about that. Try to implement a few things with being a Baba lover and a Baba follower. Try to implement his sayings and try to get them in your life. Things will become much smoother and much better in your life. That's what I personally think. So this is this is what I felt. And Silence Day has been, trust me, when you don't speak on Silence Day, you will get an immense amount of energy. You will realize that every day in your life you keep yapping and how much energy is getting wasted. How much energy. And when you observe silence on that particular day, there's, at the end of it, of course, you would like to scream, but there's tremendous level of energy that you will be saving over the day. So try to speak good to people. Don't hurt people's feelings. Don't try to put them down. These are very, very important elements of life. You know, try to be good. Try to keep doing good things in your life. I think you're sorted. Your life is sorted with Baba. So this is what I had to share, and this is what I had to say. If anybody has any questions, can please do ask me about Silence Day or whatever. Tiana has absolutely no problem. She's about now 13. She is observing silence since she was, I think, 5-6 years. I think, yeah, 5-6 years. She keeps quiet. If she has an off or a holiday, she's at home. She observes silence, and when she goes to school, she observes silence. Baba takes care of everything. I think where there is a will, there is a way automatically. So, Sam, would you like to say something on this?
Yeah, I'm so impressed with this. I'm going to change your name from Arish Patel to Pandit Patel, you know.
No, they call me Adis Baba.
Are wah, wah.
My friends call me that.
See, I'm so glad that you being at this young age has such deep understanding and faith in Baba. I'm really, really pleased because this is how the Patel Khandan's name will be carried on in the annals of Meher Baba lovers, you see. And when I see you talk like this, I feel at peace. When I'm dead and gone, you will still be around to carry the torch forward. Yes.
Surely, surely.
Anybody wants to say anything, or should we?
Sam, don't forget this is 4th generation of spirituality.
Yes, sir. Aye, aye.
Just thank you to Arish.
Anybody else wants to say anything? Okay, maybe request Archana Grover to please do Pujavenar Arti.
Sam, just to interrupt, she also had a poem to say.
How do you know?
You said that right in the beginning that she had a poem to say for 2611 people.
Oh my God! Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. But I think we have run out of time now, Arish.
Sorry.
I don't know if everybody wants. If everybody wants it, I'm okay. Please
go ahead.
Thumbs up.
Go ahead.
Sam, go ahead.
Go ahead with the poetry.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Okay, Archana, you're on with the poetry and then Buzavenar, both.
Oh, thank you, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
I had written this poem a year after the happening on November 26, 2008. So I just want to share it with you since we are on the same date today. To November, a silent tribute, a cacophony of sounds, of childish prattle, adult business talk, birthday and anniversary festivities, bustling of baggage by the concierge, smoothed by the soft murmur of water cascading on the fine sheet of glass, a line of distinction between the within and without, in all certainty, a seraphic mask, until the perfect silence breaks into an ugly uproar of a profound reverberation, of grenades and machinery firing, silencing the mirth and merriment, grounding all mobility to an eerie halt, shrouding the environs of the grand old heritage with a deathly silence, though momentary. This deciphered as a gory act of terror. The continuous lethal outburst of intermittent intervals was now accompanied by shrieks wreathing in pain, painful sighs renting the air, spitting innocent blood, smothering lives in a fast pace. Teenagers with backpacks packed with destructive bounty move about confidently, sans any inhibitions, devoid of even an iota of sensitivity, knocking down humanity with unusual ease. The grand old Taj, an ace in hospitality, lies battered, helpless, at the mercy of those moving shrouds of terror, yet cradling the motionless close to its bosom, living up to its age old reputation. But sometimes the devil supersedes the divine. Call it coincidence, karma, or whatever. In its quest to satisfy its ravenous appetite, plays with humanity in inhuman ways, seeds with negativities in abundance, anger, hatred, lust for power, revenge, brings life to a ghostly standstill. The walls bear testimony to these dastardly acts. The canopy of gloom still persists 1 year hence. My humble tribute and salute to all the brave hearts who merged with Meher Baba this day last year.
Amazing.
Jai Baba Archana, thank you very much.
Lovely,
Just
lovely.
for the information, our friend Jimmy Khan's kids were also at the Taj during this happening. Someday we will have him talk on this when we have time. Now may we do the Aarti, please. Archana.
Yes. Avtar Meher Baba ki jai.
ठीक है.
बुझावे नार जहिलतनी कर कुद रत्ने फरमातु छला की आश भक्तों ने के पक्षे नूरे मातु अया मोर शद मेहर बाबा चरण पर तुझ न धरिए सर खुदाना रात थी वाके फथई पे तू मेहरबान तुझे माँ लेखा की कतनो तू आशिक भी ने आरिफ भी तुझे दरी याए वहीदत मारिफत नो हुई तूफान तू हमोरा है राव ने ऐसा ले कबख्श जे क्या नहीं सदानो के तुझ पर महात्मा ज्ञानी छेने मोह तारे रफातु खुदाना प्रेम नो प्यालो पिलावी मस्त हमने कर छे तुझ पर जान सदके साकिया पी दे पयमा तू हमारी नाव भर दरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए हमारा ना खुदाए मेहर बाबा छेनिगे पातु बुझावे नारे सहेलतनी कर कूद रत्ने फरमातु छेला की आश भक्तों ने के बख्शे नूरे ईमातु। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।
Okay, folks, just before we sign off, couple of things. One is Dr. Jimmy Modi, whom we all know. He's been reading and explaining Baba's words from Baba's books. He will be speaking about his personal life and his experience of Meher Baba next Thursday. So make it a point to be around. I'm so happy to see Leela Khatao present again. Jai Baba. And my parting message for today would be to quote Baba again in saying, once you become mine, जब तुम मेरे हो जाते हो, I dare not, care not. I dare not, care not. Put your faith in him. And like she just now said in this aarti, हमारी नाव भर दरिए तरावे तो हमें तरिए. Now is a boat. ये जिंदगी के समंदर में हमारी नाव वही तरह के हमको पार ले जाएंगे. All that we have to do is cling on to his daman with both our hands. With both our hands. Thank you, everybody. And Avtar Meher Baba ki jai. Hope you all enjoy. नहीं तो तुम्हारे पैसे वापस ले जाना.
Thank you, Uncle, for giving us an
Jai
opportunity.
Baba,
Thank
Jai
you so
Baba.
much.
Jai Baba.
Jai
Thank
Baba.
you.